Hello everyone. Today's video is about development of Indian press during British rule. Press played an important role in the Renaissance period of the Indian society and national movement too, and it became a medium for the leaders to connect with people and expose the exploitative nature of the British rule. The first printing press was established by Portuguese in 1556, and the first newspaper of India was established in 1780 by James Augustus Hickey, which was named as Calcutta General Advisor or the Bengal Gazette. He is also considered as the father of Indian press. But Bengal Gazette was later seized by the government in 1782. To tone down the national feelings, the British government from time to time started curbing press activities through their oppressive acts. One such act is the Censorship Act of 1799, and it was enacted by Lord Wellesley to prevent the French from spreading rumours which could harm the British government. According to this act, every newspaper should contain the names of the printer, editor, and the proprietor, and before printing anything, it should be submitted to the Secretary of Censorship. For prelims, we have to remember the clauses of every act which is there for the Press Act and under which Governor General these acts are being passed. The other act was the Licensing Regulation Act of 1823, which was enacted by John Adams, and according to the act, every publisher was required to get a license from the government, and in case of default, the penalty was Rs 400 and the press would be seized by the government. Also, the government has the right to cancel the license also. Charles Macaffay, also known as the liberator of the Indian press, passed an act in 1835 which was known as the Press Act of 1835 or Macaffay Act, and which repealed the 1823 rules of John Adams. Also, this continued till 1856, which led to the growth of the newspaper in India. Due to the emergency caused by the revolt of 1857, the government imposed licensing instruction on the procedure laid in the Press Act of 1835. Also, the government even reserved the right to stop the publication and circulation of book and newspaper or printed matter. Here we all know that at the time of 1857 the Governor General was Lord Dalhousie, and just after the war it was Canning. The Registration Act of 1867 replaced the Press Act of 1835, and it was also regulatory in nature. Every newspaper or book should have the name of the publisher, place of the publication, and the name of the printer. Also, a copy of the published material was required to be submitted to the local government within the month. So, with the timeline of 1867, we have to know that the Registration Act and all the acts after this were passed under Viceroys, not Governor General. So, the Registration Act was passed under John Lawrence. The vernacular press or the local language press used to criticize the British rule, and therefore the British came down heavily to curb the vernacular press in 1878 through an act called Vernacular Press Act or the Gagging Act, and this act was passed under Lord Lytton. According to this, the magistrate were authorized to ask any publisher of newspaper to give assurance of not publishing anything threatening the peace and security of the country. Also, the magistrate's decision was final in any dispute, and this law was not applicable to the English press. Also, this act empowered the government to issue search warrants and enter newspaper premises even without court orders. More stringent laws were enacted when the freedom movement gained momentum, and every reporting was closely monitored, and comments against the governments were not tolerated. Under this, Surendranath Banerjee was the first Indian journalist to be imprisoned for criticizing a judge of Calcutta High Court in 1883. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, on the other hand, was mostly associated with the nationalist fight for the freedom of press, and he was related to building up nationalist sentiments through festivals like Ganpati in 1893 and Shivaji in 1896, and also newspapers of Kesari and Maratha, where Kesari was in Marathi and Maratha was in English language. The gagging law was repealed in 1881 by Lord Ripon. The Newspaper Act of 1908 was passed under Lord Minto, and according to this act, the magistrates were empowered to confiscate the printing press or the property which is related to the newspaper which was publishing objectionable material like acts of violence, and also the newspapers were allowed to appeal in High Court within 15 days. The Indian Press Act of 1910 was a measure to put into effect in order to curtail and restrict the emerging Indian freedom struggles, particularly during the arrival of World War I. It empowered the local government to demand a security deposit of Rs 500 to 2000, which would be forfeited, and its registration cancelled owing to the printing of any objectionable material. A press committee was set up in 1921 and which was chaired by Tej Bahadur Sapru, and according to the recommendation of this committee, the Press Act of 1908 and 1910 were repealed. The Indian Press Act of 1931 was a result of the impact of Gandhian movement which provoked the government to issue an ordinance in 1930, and the provincial governments were given the power to suppress the press. Also, in 1932, provisions of the Act further amplified in the form of Criminal Amendment Act, and during the Second World War, pre-censorship reinforced and amended under the press. The Emergent Act of 1931 and the Official Secret Acts, and under this Act, the Congress and its activities were declared illegal. There was a Press Inquiry Committee of 1947 which was set up to examine the press law in the light of fundamental rights by the Constituent Assembly. It also recommended the repeal of the Indian Emergency Power Act of 1931 and amendments in the other acts. People in favor of freedom of press were Lord Hastings, Charles McAfee, McCoy, and Ripon. In this video, we have shown a list of newspapers, and we have to remember the publishers or the people associated with them and in which language they were published. So, Raja Ram Mohan Roy published Sambad Komedi in 1821 in Bengali and Mirat-ul Akbar of 1822 in Persian language. Also, Amrita Bazar Patrika of 1868 was in Bengali language and it was published by Shishir Kumar Ghosh and Motilal Ghosh. The Hindu, a English newspaper by G.S. Iyer and V. Raghavacharya in 1878. Bal Gangadhar Tilak was associated with Kesari and Maratha, and as I've told you earlier that Kesari was in Marathi language and Maratha was in English language. Then comes Swadesh Mitra of G.S. Iyer in Tamil language and Vande Mataram by Aurobindo Ghosh in English language. Sudharak was a weekly newspaper by Gopal Krishna Gokhale and it was in Marathi, and Rashtra Govtar in 1851 in Anglo-Gujarati, and by Bipin Chandra Pal it was New India in Bengali, which was weekly in nature. Annie Besant is associated with two newspapers, one is the Commonwealth and the other is New India, and they both are in English language. And Bhupendranath Datta and Barindra Kumar Ghosh published Yugantar in 1906, which was in Bengali language. Hindustan was published by Madan Mohan Malviya in Hindi language, and Mook Nayak by B.R. Ambedkar was in Marathi language. Motilal Nehru started a Allahabad-based newspaper called Independent in English language, and Lala Lajpat Rai was associated with Punjabi. Devendranath Tagore was associated with Indian Mirror, which was again in English language, and Mahatma Gandhi was associated with three publications, Young India, Navjeevan and Harijan, of which Young India and Harijan were both in English and Navjeevan was in Hindi. National Herald of 1938 was published in English language under Jawaharlal Nehru, and Swami Vivekanand was associated with Prabudha Bharat and Udbodhva. Prabudha Bharat was in English and Udbodhva was in Bengali. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it was helpful for you. For more videos, please subscribe our channel.